Hello everyone, this is Egg Cuba. so, the previously known as the Jellyfish Cuba. If you sort of watched this video because you were, for some reason, subscribed to my channel, welcome back. I was not active for like 4 years, and well, I've sort of decided to come back to cubing in these few days, and I have some plan and also some reflection that I just want to share with you guys, and a very casual video with not much special effects or all these stuffs. And in this video, you will just hear me talking about random things, some of my reflections and my values in life, um, like if you really like to hear me speaking of this, sort of bullshit, then thank you for that. But if so, enjoy my crappy soft because I really have not practiced for like a lot, like in 4 years. So it's sort of very inconsistent. But anyway, enjoy my crappy soft. I'm gonna start with no, 2x2. Oh, by the way, this is a again 251 Pro. I don't know. They're like the names of cubes are very complex nowadays. Anyway. Okay, this is a shortened version. So, long story short, I want to return back to cubing because it is simply a fun and relaxing sport, which comes very handy, especially when I'm facing various challenges in life. And in this context, I'm facing many challenges because I am having a gap year, and I believe cubing itself could be a very fun hobby for me to have. However, I believe this reason is not strong enough for me to return back to cubing, and I believe I should be having other goals in mind while I'm having this sport as a hobby, which I believe, with some, reflections and introspections, I believe I've lost a lot of the social skills and social, social skills in while I was in secondary school because I was so into myself and I'm not really able to make some quality friendships, which I believe have a lot of problems. First of all, I believe that sometimes I just rely too much on myself, and when I was facing a lot of challenges, I become, not very communicative. By the way, currently I'm watching a video from QPAP. Oh gosh, probably I should. Oops. Probably I should subscribe to him. You know, I don't know. I have only been in cubing community for like 4 years, and now there's a lot of new, entertaining cubing YouTube YouTubers, which is actually very awesome. So check this guy out, Cuphead. Yeah, he's definitely an awesome YouTuber. I will just keep all these challenges by myself and not seek any help, which some of the problems grow even larger, which I believe is a very dangerous thing. Therefore, within this gap year, I've taken a goal, which is to be more sociable and to grow my social skills, to meet more people, more people, and create more qualities linkage with people. And with this in mind, I believe cubing could be a very good medium for me to do so. So I believe I could create some new goals, and these new goals could be could be based on socializing more. So this is my goal. I should be socializing more with people, and cubing is one of its medium. And for now, I think specific goals could include, of course, repractice my 3x3 skills, 2x2 skills, 4x4, 5x5, and one of my favorite event, which is Square One. I believe Square One and 2x2 actually have a very high potential to be my main new event. So I would like to focus more on this event, and probably I would find more people who are actually more into these two events in Hong Kong, where I was born and raised, and I believe I could enter more into some of the cubing meetup in Hong Kong to really meet new people and create some new friendships, perhaps even improve my skills at the same time. I believe it could really foster some negative improvement to my cubing career in general, and at the same time really echoes back to my years ago, which is to social more people and to grow my social skills. And yeah, and this is all my goals, all I have to say. And yeah, so if you would like to listen to the full version, just listen from now on. Like once in a while, I think we really have to pause for a while and to really think introspectively on what we are actually valuing, deep inside, on whatever we are doing, which in this context about cubing, because like recently I've been, focusing more on, some of the self-evaluations and reflections on whatever things that I was doing, both in the past and both in the present. Me just thinking of, reinvigorating the my hobby of cubing really just give me some uncertainty and also some thoughts and also some burdens, and I just want to have them cleared. And so in this video, I just want to basically show you what I have been thinking while deciding on whether I should be returning back to cubing. And I think I should really start from like why I cube at the first place. I think it should really go back to when I was around 12 years old, or no, actually 10 years old, which I was still in grade 4.
If you want to have some of the nostalgia, this cube is actually I think it's the MF3RS 2 2020, with the I don't know, with the double dual adjustment system thingy. This show me how long I have not been updated with the cubing market. So it's been like 4 years. Like I know this one is a relatively new cube. I've just bought it a few days ago together with this YJ Square one. And also I've bought this one just to have some fun. Yeah. This I think it's the Gand i3 something smart cube. Yeah.
I started cubing, I believe, for the reason it's probably because I just bought a dollar store cube at a stationery store, which is a very crappy cube, but it really starts my journey of cubing, and it was a very humble start, and I learned how to solve it through watching YouTube videos. I really forgot which video I've watched, but I managed to learn how to solve it, and it gave me a lot of sense of accomplishment, and it feels awesome to really play around with that cube, from time to time. And later on, I was introduced that speed cubing exists. There are literally people solving cubes like under 7 seconds, and by the time that I start cubing, I believe that people are already smashing like very very low records. Like I think during that time, I think Lucas Etzer was the world record holder with his like 4.9 seconds of solve, which is to me is like crazy fast. Like I do not even know that it's humanly possible to have someone reach that that speed. And I was intrigued by the spot, by the spot, and I started cubing. And during that time, we do not really have a clear sense of why I was doing it, which I think is completely normal. Like I was only like 10 years old. Like who knows? Like what do you expect from a 10 years old? And I started doing it, and it was fun, and it began my journey, and I learned more about the community itself, and I learned a lot that like there's literally a market of speed cubes where you could purchase speed cubes with various hardwares, various gimmicks. I had so much fun with that. Later on I saved some money and purchased some cubes, which is like back in the days like Vlog 3, the GAN 356 Air, which to me during that time was very very premium because it's very expensive, and I started cubing. But I think this is like the part where people would probably have skipped already. I think the more important question is why I was doing it. And yeah, of course, I've just told you the reason why I played it, because I found the cube on the dollar store and I started doing it. But I think there are more into it. During this time, it was also a time of me, which is discovering different hobbies. Like when I was there at the same age, like I was grade 4, 10 years old, I have discovered a lot of hobbies like model making. I was DIYing a lot of crafts, making paper guns, making butterfly knives. And during this time, I think with these sports, I found myself like that. I think there are some similarities within that. Which is one of that is that these activities encourage me to do something by my own, and to accomplish things by my own, and to have fun, or to create fun by my own, which ultimately give me the sense of accomplishment, and thinking that I've accomplished something, which increased my self-esteem, self-worth, and stuff like this thing. And during this time, I was actually rather shy. Like I could talk to people, but I would not really make connection with people. With these hobbies, I just rather keep them all on myself. And it was so much fun. And during this time, there were days that I would just keep on playing. Sometime into midnight. Sometimes I will beside cubing, I would make models until like 3 in the morning, because I was so into it. And I was like, thinking back, I was like, why would I do so? And yeah, and there's a story. Like yesterday, I was cubing. I was testing out some of the new cubes I've bought. The Gen 251 V2, or whatever it is. Like, I think it's the Gen 251 M Pro, something like that. And I've done like literally hundreds of solves with that cube, and I keep on playing until it was like 5 o'clock, like 5 o'clock in the morning. And I was rather numb. I feel numb. I have my brain is like blank. I was in a state which I was in a complete flow, not much thoughts in between, but just solving the cubes over and over again, getting better recognition with the colors, all these stuffs. And I asked myself, like, why? Like, why would I spend literally the whole morning from like 12 to 6 a.m. playing with that cube? And I would not go into the much details, but after some reflections and other parallel reflection made a few days ago, I sort of made the connection that it's playing Rubik's Cube back in the day seems to be a mechanism for me to really elude some of the challenges that I faced where I grew up. Some challenge that I should be, talking more to people. And gosh, there's a mosquito. Talking more to people, making new friends. I think during this time, during when I was small, I have some fear of meeting people, making connection with people. And also I face other academic challenges. I have really not much people to really help, besides either just relying on myself. It was certainly a pressure, and looking back, I believe, playing Rubik's could really soothe my mind and really give me things to keep me busy and stop myself from thinking of all of the challenges and all of the difficulties that I face while in school, in life in general. And it just so happens when I was grade 4, facing some of the academic difficulties, not having much close friend in general, cubing and model making, these things are my solution to really soothe my mind and to keep myself in peace and prevent myself from really collapsing from the the difficult things. And last night, I definitely have the same thing from happening. Like I had inside my mind, there are thoughts that I deep inside I knew that I should be addressed, should be that I should be taking the time to analyze it and to really think what is happening. But the other self of mine really just say, nah, it's too hard, and I think like why bother? It's a very difficult thing to do. So my mind just automatically go to the mode of just I just play the Rubik's Cube, and so that I could elude thoughts, And I believe this sort of this cycle of these circuits really happens to a lot of teenagers like me who are like growing up, right? A lot of us are facing the same challenges, right? Changing environments and new academic challenges, and puberty, losing loved ones, detachment, whatever. We were on a progress of uncertainty and hardships, and oftentimes we just would like them to stop because it is sometimes unbearable in some sense. And a lot of people would try different ways to soothe their mind, right? Most of the people probably would choose like video games. I was one of them too. I also see the same pattern too. While playing video games, I could play all day night without stopping. And I think it's applied to a lot of people. Video game give them a temporary environment for them to escape reality, to enter another reality that things are much easier, much fun, much rewarding in some sense. And I think that applies the same to me. But it just so happens that this mental circuits or this pathway was applied in the context of cubing. And looking back, I believe I will not say whether it's good or bad. It's not even a discussion. I think what really matters is what role that cubing has taken while I was growing up. And when I was growing up in primary school, it has taken a role for me to, to serve as a drive to soothe my mind, to give relaxation, which I think is completely reasonable. And I think if I have not done such way, and I would have felt more pressure and more stressed during the time. Of course, you could say I would use other methods of, to soothe my mind, but we cannot really decide it. But I believe I just want to feel that during this period of time, different people under different circumstances will have their own ways to deal what life would give them in general. And for me, it just so happened to be cubing, and yeah, I think that is what makes me cube in the first place. It gives me a very good medium for me to distress myself from the challenges that I face. And but I think sometimes things have to change, especially when I'm talking about returning back to cubing, because I think when times change, the person change, and the person change, things change. So what now? So currently, I'm 18 years old, and supposedly I should be on university, but I have chosen not to get into university. Instead, I've taken a gap year. Probably not a gap year, probably 2 gap years, I guess, right now. And because I would like to focus more on, self-development and, trying different things, and as well as to replenish some things that I've not really been doing while I was in secondary school, which people of that age should have done. I think I've lost some of the precious values or things that should have been done while I was in secondary school. And I believe that I should be taking action to remedy what has been lost. Well, and so since the decision, it has been quite of a time since the gap year started, and undoubtedly there's a lot of challenges, especially when I departed from secondary school lifestyle now into a life where I have a part-time job, I have other jobs that I have to carry different responsibilities, I have to try out different challenges to be more independent. Like, the process itself is very novel to me, and it made me excited and also very scared at the same time. And I believe that is completely normal because, it's just full of uncertainty, and I'm scared of that. Really scared of that. And with with what I've endured while I was younger, make me even more prone to this kind of anxiety. The uncertainty makes me really anxious. And in just some recent months, from time to time I've really considered whether I should be cubing back, and within these few days I've decided, well, perhaps I should start because it's quite fun actually. And I think now it goes back to the same mental pathway. I felt stressful, I felt uncertain, and back to cubing. And and here I was, started to cubing because of the challenges that I faced, which it's not a bad thing. Well, it's a good way to deal with stress. But there's one thing that I believe that I should be addressing at the same time. Which the next question is, why did I stop cubing during this time? I do not have the exact date on when I stopped, but I probably stopped when I was in grade 8. And which exactly counting from that time to now probably is around 4 years ago already. And the reason why I stopped, I have no idea, but I have I believe, I have the hypothesis, probably I found other way that could give me the same output of giving the sense of peace and the happiness which cubing in previous years have given to me. Sorry, let me reorganize my thoughts. Basically, I probably have found better ways to basically give me the same effect, right? Like through social gathering, through social activities, or other new hobbies, reading. Which I will not say that it's a shame that I stopped cubing, because cubing itself is a very awesome hobby, an awesome sport, and so anyway, so now, after choosing the gap year, I'm literally really having a different path compared to my other friends, which I've spent the majority of my time with while I was in secondary school. And now I basically have lost most of them, and I'm not in a very active social circle right now. And it gave me the uncertainty which I've just talked about, and now basically facing the same thing. Back when I was around grade 4, uncertainty, challenges, and it just so happens that a few days ago or last week, for some reason, I have that particular thought that, maybe I should pick up cubing. And I believe it serves a great purpose for me because it reminds me of how it could really give me a sense of, you know, peace and fun and relaxation to me while I was cubing day and night. And I believe that I think it's not sustainable anymore because I was not like then, which I was not like when I was only 8 years old or 10 years old at the time. You know, during this time I was carefree, not much responsibilities, and I was younger, much stupid, and nothing to really be afraid of or care. Like generally, I'm just more carefree. But in a sense, of course, I'm vulnerable to changes. But you get the idea. I'm just less, carrying less responsibility, and I have reached adulthood. Yeah, eventually, I have different expectations, and I have different responsibility to carry, and I think it is simply not sustainable if I just pick up cubing. It's like if I've just picked up cubing when I was only 10 years old. So therefore, I would like to just quickly make this video to basically share what I plan to do, which is different compared when I was only 10 years old. And by looking at this one, I think I should really tell you about one of my goals in my gap year. And in my gap year, I think I should be focusing more on, intentionally fostering a good social circle, or basically socializing more, making more quality bonding and friendships with people, and it all basically goes back to when I was only primary and secondary school. And these times I was so shy in some sense. Not I'm not being sociable or approachable. I'm just being so into myself, and I'm not really making quality friendships with people. I do not really have someone to talk to, about my own challenges and fears. All these friendships I had were superficials, and when I faced different challenges, no one really helped me out and talk, basically have exchange. I have friends, but not the friends that you would talk with about, share the challenges with. And I was so into myself. And cubing itself, it's in some sense, is a good way to help me endure these challenges. But I think I should not be thinking the same way as before. So therefore, after finishing high school, I've decided to get the gap year, and the gap year's goal is I need to really strengthen my social skills, to really make new friends and make new bonds, and to really find someone that I could be more comfortable in talking with, about my challenges, and basically to be more vulnerable in some sense, and to really make a true quality friendships. And now I think back, I believe that cubing itself, back then, do not really have a major goal. I do not have, any goals of being competitive or let's see, being competitive, buying new cubes, being the best. I do not really have these goals in mind. I just, find it fun, relaxing, and, a very cool hobby to have. And but also a very time-consuming hobby, if I were to say. And I believe which is not sustainable. So what should I be doing? So right now, I believe I should be focusing on, giving more social elements to this new hobby. So basically, all of the things that I plan to do when I return back to cubing should be should be coming from this goal, which is to socialize more, to meet more new people, to build new friendships with people through cubing. And I believe that it would not have it will not be at the cost of my own personal, fun, as if it won't basically take away the fun from cubing as when I was only 10 years old. Like, I think it would even strengthen my cubing, hobby in general. And the reason for that is because it goes back to the idea that I'm not able to really push myself even further if I were to talk about the concept of improving. People always say that I am a very dependent person. I could learn things at my own pace at a very fast efficiency, and I always find myself that I will reach a point where I would no longer improve, and that is the same case for me as in cubing. I never saw any improvement anymore, and I never really see, the reason why I should be continuing. And this is also another reason why I believe I quit cubing, is because I did not really improve myself anymore, and the fun dies down, and it did. And I believe that I would not like this hobby to die so soon. And I believe one of the things that I should be doing is that, of course, I should be having goals to improve myself, but I should not be focusing on doing the work on my own. I think I should add more social elements to it. I should be focusing on how I could meet more new people, to exchange ideas on how to improve my skills, and at the same time make some new friends. And I think this is a thing that I want to focus on, in cubing. This video, I did not really have any script. I'm just, brain dumping all what I have to say. Probably they're very, 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 very messy, but I don't really care. This video is not intended for people to watch anyways. I just want to clear out my thoughts. So, but if you have listened the whole video for some reason, then I just want to say thank you. But anyway, yeah.